When you think about it, lip balm is probably our most used beauty product. And of course, what we like and what we use is very personal. So today, I'm going to share with you some of my favorite lip balms, as well as offer some tips on how to manage and treat dry and chapped lips. Hi, my name is Dr. Jenny Liu. I'm a board-certified dermatologist in Minneapolis, and welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel here, I love to talk about all things skin and skincare related. So before we talk about the lip products, let's talk a little bit about lip anatomy and structure to give you guys a little bit of background. So our lip is truly unique. It borders the mucosal mouth as well as the non-mucosal skin on our face. It has a much thinner stratum corneum compared to the rest of the skin on our face. In addition, it lacks hair follicles as well as sweat glands. And it also contains a special type of skin, or the top layer of the skin, that's called a non-keratinized epithelium. All this means is that it's more permeable to water, it has less ability to retain water, and higher rates of transepidermal water loss and impaired skin barrier. In fact, it's been demonstrated that our lips has a much higher transepidermal water loss compared to the skin on our cheeks. This also means that our lips are more susceptible to environmental damage like ultraviolet radiation, pollution, certain products that we use, as well as more likely to get irritated, dry, and chapped. And I'm sure we have all at some point in our life dealt with that frustrating dry and chapped lips, and some people even deal with that on a regular basis. Lip hydration is really key and one of the primary factors in determining proper lip function. What we know is that if the lip is properly hydrated, all the regular enzymes that work in making the right amount of natural moisturizing factors, as well as involved in desquamation, function properly. But when the lips become dehydrated, some of the enzymes don't work as well, and you actually have a buildup of dead skin, leading to more dry and chapped lips, and you get into this vicious cycle, which is why it is so important when it comes to taking care of our lips and keeping it hydrated and moisturized. So lip hydration is really the predominant factor that determines lip function. And what I mean by that is all the enzymes involved in creating important natural moisturizing factors or other molecules to keep our lip healthy and building that skin barrier are really impacted when the lip is dehydrated. In fact, some of the enzymes are involved in normal desquamation or normal lip skin turnover of the lip are decreased when the lip is dry and chapped, leading to further buildup of dead skin and that flaky and dry and chapped lips. So the foundation for lip care is first and foremost keeping our lips hydrated and protected with a good product, and also being mindful of ultraviolet radiation and protecting our lips with proper SPF products. So what are some of the products you should be looking for and ingredients that you may want to be avoiding when you have dry and chapped lips? First and foremost, I think we all would like to, going back to the good old days, even when I was younger, using Carmex lip balm and really loving that tingling sensation, just feeling that, oh my gosh, my lips is really getting the treatment that it needs. But to the contrary, in reality, you don't need to have a reaction or a sensation, a provoked sensation, to have a functioning product. In fact, a lot of what's creating that tingling or burning sensation are potential irritants that when applied on an impaired skin barrier can further add to inflammation and eventually even result in lip dermatitis. So ingredients that you want to avoid when your lips are chapped and inflamed are fragrances, flavoring, even menthol, maybe lanolin, definitely ingredients like hydroxy acids or salicylic acid, anything that can just be irritating to your skin. Obviously, this is going to be a general list, and what may be irritating for one person may not be for you. You know your skin best, and obviously sometimes it may just involve a little trial and error to figure out what you can use and what you can't tolerate. So then what are some of the ingredients you should look for when you're looking for a lip product? Well, first and foremost, anything that's going to be hydrating and minimizing transepidermal water loss. So that's going to be your petrolatum based products. Petroleum jelly can decrease trans epidermal water loss up to 99%. A lot of oil-based products, plant-derived oils, mineral oil, coconut oil, almond oil, all of those are going to be really soothing and hydrating. Shea butter, glycerin, hyaluronic acid, a lot of ingredients that we commonly find in skincare can also be helpful at hydrating our lips and decreasing trans epidermal water loss and helping with skin barrier repair. Also, take note of your habits. A lot of us unconsciously lick our lips, and if you overdo it, it can definitely cause irritation to our lips. Lastly, keep in mind the importance of wearing sunscreen on your lips. We see a lot of skin cancer. Skin cancer can definitely occur on the bottom of our lips. It doesn't have that thicker layer to protect itself and often lack the melanocytes that's present in the rest of our skin to protect itself. So SPF is super important, not only to prevent skin cancer, and also keep in mind that ultraviolet radiation is the biggest risk in causing, aging of our lips. So the wrinkling, the volume loss, which becomes more of a cosmetic concern down the road. And wearing sunscreen on a regular basis can be very, very helpful. So let's get into some of my favorite lip products. I'm a pretty simple girl at heart when it comes to lip products. I really just stick to my petrolatum based products. I like those because they work really well. I find them to be the most hydrating and soothing for me when my lips are dry and chapped. Really, any petrolatum based products work well, but I stick to kind of the 3 brands that I use and I alternate between, which is Vaseline, just your 100% petroleum jelly, Aquaphor healing ointment, as well as CeraVe healing ointment. What I like about Aquaphor is that you can find different sizes that are pocket sized. You don't have to use their big jar or big tube. And something that's smaller, you can easily put in your pocket and reapply to your lips without having to touch your lips to the jar or to the tube and reapply it with your fingers, just for sanitation purposes, especially these days with COVID. Aquaphor also makes a particular one that's basically the same formulation, but for lips, and it's just easier to use, but it's very similar to their regular healing ointments. Aquaphor contains panthenol, so vitamin B5, as well as shea butter, and their lip formulation has certain antioxidants that may be helpful with chapped and irritated skin, but also does contain lanolin. So if you are allergic or bothered by lanolin, you may want to avoid Aquaphor. CeraVe healing ointment is another one I really love, and I actually find the CeraVe healing ointment to be the least greasy and the least thickest, if that makes sense, the least thick of all of the 3 formulations. And I actually love that for my face as well, because doesn't feel as heavy or occlusive on my skin. Benefits of the CeraVe is that it contains ceramides as well as hyaluronic acid, in addition to the petrolatum that can add additional benefits in repairing the skin barrier. The downside, obviously, to CeraVe healing ointment is I don't believe it comes in a smaller tube, but I actually honestly use that at night. I put a thick layer of that, coat that on my lips before I sleep, and I find that to be very effective. Besides petrolatum based products, I actually don't use a lot of chapstick for the sake of just hydrating my lips, because I find those petrolatum based products to be my favorite and work really well for me. For those that don't like the heavy, greasy, shiny look, one chapstick that I really like that I use regularly is the one from La Roche-Posay, their Nutritique lip balm. I just have the cap to show you guys because I have no idea what my daughter did with the actual product. But this is really nice because it's a balm. It's very hydrating and it helps to soften and soothe the lips. It contains shea butter, glycerin, and ceramides. Great ingredients, again, to really hydrate the lips and help to repair the lip skin barrier. Also does not contain any added fragrances. It does contain plant-derived ingredients. So again, something that you will have to try out, but I personally have not found this to be an issue for myself when my lips are irritated and when I use it on my lips when it's irritated. One last product that I really like is from Avène, from their Cicaphate line. It's the Avène Cicaphate Plus Lip Repair Cream. So this is a great line that I recommend. Avène makes one for the skin. It's a thicker balm that I love to use on just like really dry, irritated skin. But their lip line contains like the zinc that's in their skincare line that helps with healing, as well as a sugar molecule called sucralfate. And sucralfate has been studied for wound healing of the skin, as well as gastric tissue. And it's been studied for, to use in wound healing, like in diaper rashes, post-radiation, and also has antimicrobial properties. And what I really like this product for is for those that are prone to getting fissures at the corners of their mouth. And medically that is called angular cheilitis, and it can be very painful, even hard to open your mouth and eat sometimes. So let's talk about lip SPF, and that is really important, as I mentioned earlier, to really protect your lips from sun damage. We really hamper on the importance of sunscreen for our face, for our body, but I feel like lip is one area that is often neglected. And lips is definitely one of the areas too that tends to show aging, signs of aging the fastest. So super important to protect our lips from that. I like to use hydrating lip balms that has added SPF. And here I'm gonna show you guys some of my favorite products. Again, it's one of those things where it's a personal preference, because a lot of times too, it's not just how the products feels, what it looks like, but also the taste. I know a lot of people don't like to use lip SPF because of that awkward chemically taste. And that is unfortunately, again, something you just have to try, because one product, that taste may not affect you as much as certain other products. But in general, I find that a lip SPF is gonna be a little bit better than just putting regular sunscreen on your lips, which you can do. So the first one is just Aquaphor, their lip SPF. This one, I do find it leaves more of a chemical taste in my mouth afterwards. This one, I like it because it's an ointment base, so it's great for those with dry lips. It does contain chemical filter. So if you have sensitive lips, or if your lips are inflamed, this may be something that you want to avoid. So for those who have chapped lips, sensitive lips, or have inflamed lips, then you may want to use a mineral-based lip balm with SPF. And the two that I really like is one from Vanacream. It's minimal ingredients. It's great for those with sensitive lips. It's pretty hydrating. It contains mineral filters, zinc and titanium, as well as 1% dimethicone, which is great as emollient, hydrating and soothing, and help to really prevent transepidermal water loss. It can leave a little bit more of a white cast over your lips, but if you don't mind that, I think this is a great product. On top of that, is water resistant up to 80 minutes. So great for when you're outdoors and when you're in the water. Similarly, Ulta MD also has a mineral-based lip SPF. It does contain one chemical filter called octinoxate, but I find this not to be an issue for most people. It contains antioxidants that pair really well with the SPF, as well as a trademark ingredient, hydromanil. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but basically it's a plant-derived sugar that acts similarly to hyaluronic acid or glycerin. It's a potent humectant that helps to hydrate the lips. This doesn't leave as much of a white cast. Again, it's also water resistant up to 80 minutes. Another one that I actually really like that I've been using lately is the one from Sunbalm. Their mineral SPF, purely mineral with hydrating aloe and vitamin E. This is great. It doesn't really apply very easily like a chapstick. Pretty soothing and softening. I don't feel like it provides as much hydration as the ones with more occlusive like petrolatum or like the one from Vanacream. But nevertheless, it comes in a chapstick package, so you can just easily apply it throughout the day like you would chapstick. So it keeps your lips hydrated as well as protected from the sun. Sunbalm also has a line of chemical sunscreen that comes with different flavors. Again, you have to be careful if you're sensitive, but those flavoring I find to help mask that chemically taste that if you don't like, I highly recommend you check out. They have some yummy flavors from like bananas to coconut. I have personally not used them, but I have had patients tell me that it's actually, the flavoring does help to distract from the chemical taste. So something to consider if you are very sensitive to that. Lastly, one of my favorite lip gloss, lip balm, as well as SPF in one is from Color Science. Color Science Lip Shine, and I'm currently wearing it right now. It is a really pretty color. It comes in a few different shades, and this one is plum, and it gives just a nice sheer tint to your lips that looks very natural. It contains 100% mineral filter. In addition, it contains peptides and hyaluronic acid that helps to soften, hydrate, and plump your lips. So this is one I love, and I wear this all the time when I'm filming, and I used to wear it a lot when I wasn't wearing a mask, but this is something that I would definitely wear at work. It just gives a really nice shine, but keeps your lip hydrated as well as protected at the same time. So those are some of my favorites. Comment below with ones that you've tried, and also give me some suggestions of ones that are tinted with SPF but also are hydrating. I would love to try those as well. Once again, if you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!